How we doing, people? We're here with part 30 of the Chronicon readouts. Shout out to archaix.com. Get over to the Archaix YouTube channel and subscribe to that goodness. In the background today, we have some nostalgia. Terranigma OST. Love Terranigma. Super Nintendo. This is Light and Darkness. Hear that, man. Hear that. If that ain't the hero coming out with a sword and shield ready to save the day, I don't know what is. Alright, now let's get into this readout. In part 29 we ended with the Anunnaki. They will defeat and confine nobody, for the chief cornerstone will come through and massacre them, and that is the stone that they rejected. We didn't end it like that, but I just added my own spiel to it. Now look here, we are still in 2357 BC. Let's begin. This 4,464 years is 744 times 6. And this year, Noah was warned, and it was the 744th year since the Vedic calendar began, the Black Age, caused by the Anunnaki. This was the 480th year of the oppression of the Sethites, or 8 60-year periods. The connection to Enoch is made more profound by the fact that this was the 792nd year, which is an orbit of Nibiru, since Enoch was made emperor in 3151 BC, the year 744 Annus Mundi. This was the 70th year of the reign of the Nephilim king Ensipeziana, very Italian, just rolls off the tongue, 2357 BC. According to Chinese traditional history in the book of Myriad Things, the Emperor Yao ascended to the throne in this year. Some antiquarians claiming that this begins the historical period for ancient China. This date is only 2 years off from the 120-year warning given to Noah in 2359 BC. Further, the title Yah is akin to the ancient Semitic name for God, Yah or Jah. Noah in the Sumerian records was a king of the city of Shurapak, and thus strongly links this Yah to a Chinese Noah is that in the reign of Yah there occurred a terrible flood. 2349 BC. The 6th king of the Nephilim dynasty is Enmen-Durana, who would reign 21,000 shahs. So sorry, but these names, man. Evenings and mornings, or 58 years and 120 days. This ends the Larak dynasty that lasted 80 years and begins the Sipar dynasty. Sipar is a metropolis and center of learning and science, housing a famous pre-flood library that the later Sumerians, after the flood, would excavate. It is from these records that Noah retrieves the writings he is instructed to preserve. This is 490 years, or 70 times 7, since the founding of the Anunnaki dynasty in 2839 BC, an 8 70-year period since the Anunnaki matriarch began to rule the Canaanites in 2909 BC. This is the 480th year of the 7 kings of Sumer who began to rule in 2829 BC, the Nephilim dynasty. 2341 BC. Noah married the daughter of Enoch, the prophet emperor. Her name is Naamah, and she was 580 years old. She is stunningly beautiful and destined to be the oldest living person on earth after the flood, she being 82 years Noah's senior. Before the flood, Naamah was chosen because she was the daughter of Enoch, being perfect in her generations, but after the flood, Naamah would become infamous. Noah and Naamah's unions marked the beginning of the end for the Nephilim dynasty offspring of the Anunnaki, and this is reflected in the Anunnaki chronology, the year being 2898, or 414 times 7. 7 cursed earth periods. Further, the Vedic calendar, also an Anunnaki timeline, has this as 762, the number for dynastic change. In this year, the human family has its origin through the Noahic and Enochian lines, both of Sethite ancestry, purely Adamic. Noah is 498 years old. 2339 BC. Naamah gives birth to Japheth, the firstborn son of Noah 100 years before the flood. After Noah's death, after the flood, Japheth will be the oldest male on earth. The ancient Indo-Aryan peoples remembered Japheth as Prajapati or Iapetus, the origin for the Roman god Jupiter. Old Arabic traditions hold that the sexual maturity for a female before the deluge was approximately 200 years. Damn. The world before the flood is fully detailed in Descent of the Seven Kings. The biospheric conditions on Earth before the collapse of the marine water canopy in the sky, which is the firmament above, that caused the flood were very different, and human longevity was not abbreviated as it is today. During those pristine conditions, according to many ancient chroniclers, Josephus among them, was in the centuries, not decades. Before the flood, people aged but did not physically grow any older in appearance. Once a man reached maturity, he remained physically in that form until death. The wrinkled skin and graying hair of the elderly then was not known to the ancients. Alright guys, we'll see you tomorrow. We hit the 6-minute mark, but it was worth it. Enjoy your Halloween tomorrow. Ooh.